Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Reviewer here. Welcome to my review of Fairy TENROU, episode 273. Okay, so this episode of Fairy Tail, or in this case, continue on with the Fairy Tail Zero arc, we pretty much just, simple progression-wise, it turns out that, like, the treasure hunters and MAVIS pretty much got their little vengeance when it comes to against the vengeance of Blue Skull. So that was already taken care of, but the most badass fucking way possible. Now, it kind of sucks that it was an illusion, because I was really thinking, like, yo, like, Mavis, yo, fucking chill. Like, damn, fucking lolly, fucking chill. Like, goddamn. So, what happened is, like, in this episode, is that pretty much we found out that Mavis is one of the best strategists, and you can actually tell within this episode. So she pretty much planned this whole situation out to actually trap the rest of the Blue Skull Guild. Well, pretty much, she gets this loud, motivated dude to be like, yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, I'm pissed off. And then she's like, well, we can use a type of guy like you to motivate the town. You know, something like that can help you straighten out to get the Blue Skull, like, Guild pretty much annoyed. I was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. It was like, holy shit, this dude is, like, mad fucking loud. So they got this dude to pretty much motivate the town to pretty much go at, you know, pretty much stand up to themselves against Blue Skull. When that was happening, it turns out that while that was going on, they planned this whole thing where not only, it turns out it kind of looks like the people of the citizens in the entire town was on fire. And I'm like, damn, Mavis. I know you want your vengeance, but goddamn, I did not think it was going to go this fucking far. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is fucking Fairy Tail. Why the hell, like, yo, that's crazy. So then, it turns out that she planned this whole little trap illusion, like, well, okay, not like the town, but like, while she was doing that to get them out, meanwhile, what happened is that she planned, like, on an open area space of a forest to create an illusion of the town of Magnolia. And it turns out that she was pretty much tricking them, like, even Ward is like, okay, like, alright, so they planned this thing out where he pretty much uses some kind of wall of trees to block, like, you know, the army and stuff like that, which is part of it anyway. So what happened is that while Ward did his thing, it turns out, like, the rest of them, including, you know, he was pretty much buying them time. He was like, yo, like, guess what? You know Magnolia? Yeah, you know our vengeance? It's all good. You can even tell by yourself. Look at the flaming abyss that's happening to your town. It's like, oh, fuck. And basically, we're seeing the town of Magnolia on fire. But here's the thing. It turns out that Mavis pulled a Yamamoto from Bleach. And if you don't know Bleach, if you don't know Old Man Yamamoto, it's pretty much in that similarity field where it's like he pulled off like an illusion. Like, you know how like in Bleach there was like a fake core town? Well, this was like a whole fake Magnolia. Like, you see like people on fucking fire. You see the Blue Skull Guild fucking on fire. And it looks so realistic. And the way that Mavis goes into the flames of illusion looked badass as shit. Like, the animation. Yo, the animation was fucking beautiful for that one part. It was awesome. Like, we see her go and then it, like, dark fades. And she's like, yo, this is what you get, man. This whole town, it's my fucking vengeance, bitch. It's all on fucking fire. And it was all thanks to, the hell. Because we all thought it was basically thanks to, like, Zeria as well. Because we do know that she does fire magic. It's like, oh shit, is she really? But she can't be that fucking strong, though. It's like, well, okay, these are just scrubs, obviously. So it's like, but the fire shouldn't be that fucking OP. That, again, it's Fairy Tail. Everything is fucking OP and not explained. But still. So it turns out that he fell for the trap, for that illusion trap, and they trapped him in a cage. And pretty much as well, there was a perfect opportunity to actually take the TENROU Island treasure. However, though, that was a bad move because the leader of Blue Skull pretty much warned them about an actual danger stone. So whoever actually takes that actual gem has awakens a dark evil power within them. And pretty much what happens is that Yuri was the one that was pretty much getting pretty much taken over. And what happens is he turns into like this big skull the big skull dragon that's overing over the Blue Skull Guild. Yeah, apparently he's pretty much so consumed that he gets pretty much consumed by that skeleton dragon of hatred and darkness that he starts rampaging and breaking stuff throughout the town. So it's pretty much up to Mavis to pretty much, motivate him back, as the usual fairy tale way. Excuse me about that. Like the usual fairy tale schlick in order for them to pretty much, get out of situations. So story progression wise, that's what we actually got. So how was this episode of Fairy Tail Zero? So that's pretty much how everything. Well, it was a very simple concept. It actually worked quite well. What I really liked about this episode is how much of an awesome strategist that Mavis really is, and pretty much caught Blue Skull like that off guard, which I thought was actually a really nice strategy. A little bit too extreme, but still really fucking cool as well. So we got that going. Even though there wasn't really like too many fights going down, I will say like when it comes to battling wise, not too much, except for pretty much we see Hades and we see fucking Yuri kicking some ass. We see them like battling off against, the scrubs of Blue Skull, getting fucking exposed by them because they're just that beastly. Now that they have magic, it's like, hey, fuck you, now we're more powerful now. So, like, real magic, not that shit, yeah, fucking broom magic. Like, get the fuck out of here with your Harry Potter bullshit. Even though I love Harry Potter, but still. More importantly, though, that's pretty much what it comes to this episode. Animation was fine. The pacing, I guess, was pretty much fine for the most part. I don't know if they added filler into this part. I'm trying to remember specifically, but I know the next episode is just straight up canon from when I read a little bit and from what I've heard in the next episode from the preview, from what I saw in the preview. So when it comes to this episode, do I really like it? Yes. I thought it was actually a really awesome episode. Last week it was awesome just seeing them develop their skills, especially Ward. I'm glad he got that character development. And this episode, I really liked when it comes to some of the action stuff is pretty cool. Just the way that Mavis pretty much just outsmarted Blue Skull was actually pretty damn fun as well. And we had this like little conclusion that Yuri now has to be stopped from being pretty much consumed by darkness. So that's pretty much where we're heading off to right now. So even though the only thing I will have to say that the beginning of the episode was a bit of a recap, which I will admit there was a bit of a recap within the first couple of minutes of then showing them pretty much, the same stuff and them getting their ass whooped and then learning the magic. So we did lose about a good 4 or 5 minute chunk. But regardless though, I thought it was still a pretty awesome episode. I still really liked it a lot. Like, I think it was actually a really good episode. I still enjoyed it for the most part. It was simple, but still, enjoyable. So the score for this episode, I'm going to give it probably, oh, wow. I guess my only little complaint about the episode was a bit at the beginning, because the beginning was a bit slow, but then it started to pick up maybe more towards, like, the middle of it, which is actually pretty cool. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to give this episode a 4.5, a.k.a. great, or a great plus. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this episode of Fairy Tail, episode 273, and if you're looking forward to episode 274 of Fairy Tail, or a.k.a. Fairy Tail Zero. So until then, guys, this is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky's the limit. I'm going to see if I can try to make a video about my thoughts on the Dimension W, since I saw the world premiere English dub on Toonami. So I'm probably going to give you my thoughts on that as well. But until then, that's pretty much it. I'm done. So see you guys next week for the next episode. Bye.